TIFU by messing up a very important job interview. Happened about an hour ago and I'm still furious. I've been job hunting for ages now and haven't been able to get one. Closest I got was contract negotiations, then I was ghosted, but that's another story. Anyway, I came across the perfect job opportunity. Company car. 3 days WFH. Good salary, and I ticked every requirement. So I applied online and got called literally 10 minutes later. This was last week. A second interview is then set up for today and I spent all weekend preparing for it. Anyway, today is D-Day. The team's call comes in and I make the capital mistake of referring to the wrong company. Which in my mind makes sense because I'm applying everywhere, but they don't see it that way. In their eyes I'm not motivated enough, and not fully committed. I don't even get a chance to explain that I'm unemployed and am applying everywhere before they wish me well and end the call. TLDR. Said the wrong company name during job interview and they discarded me on the spot. If they're that petty, they're probably a nightmare to work for. Hope you find something better soon. The fact that they called you within 10 minutes of you submitting your application tells me they are desperate. Although not so desperate they would overlook you saying the wrong company. I agree with others when they say, being committed would mean working long hours with no extra pay. You dodged a bullet here. Not committed will translate into being expected to skip lunch breaks, staying late unpaid, taking on extra work for no extra pay. This is the kind of place that will burn you out and discard you when they squeezed as much work out of you as they can. Also, any hiring manager who thinks people only apply for one job needs to give their head a wobble. Oh, this is heartbreaking. This is an absolutely forgivable mistake. Shame on that company. I interview people quite a bit in my role and stuff. This happens all the time. We laugh and move on. No big deal. The fact that they killed the interview because you got the company name wrong sounds like something else is going on. Maybe they are intending to fill internally, but company policy says they have to post the role. If they're genuinely upset by this, then you've dodged a bullet. I wouldn't get too hung up on it. Learn the lesson and move on. Write them an email and explain your side of story. Worst case they won't consider you, but best case they'll give you another chance. Now I've gone for a walk and calmed down a bit. I think they were looking for any excuse to not hire me. Sucks, but nothing I can do about it. Get that one on Glassdoor. I had an interview with a current supplier. They claimed I was too supportive of my current employer. Yay. As a suppler you get challenged or I wouldn't be doing my job here. Recruiter was gone inside a year and the guy who got the job's a skiving ghost. Dodged that one. I feel dodged a bullet there. Whoa. Sounds like a nightmare employer to work for. Back in 2021, I had 3 interviews for my version of your dream position. It was like magic. Every one of them went impossibly well. They made me a great offer and I took the job. And I was absolutely miserable. So much so that 4 months later, when I cordially and professionally resigned, I felt that the weight of the world had been lifted off my shoulders. I made it a goal to find something even better. In your own words, it was the perfect job. Understood. So now, you're going to find a more perfect job. You sound like you're on the ball. My instinct says more so than I. Reach for the stars. You've got this. Nah, you dodged a bullet. Don't stress. But also make sure you don't do that again in future interviews. Lol. If that's how they're gonna be in the interview stage, image how they'd be to work for. Being committed enough as an employee there likely means being available 24/7 and never being able to take time off if you need to. I've worked for people like that before and it's terrible. The company probably has garbage morale. And everyone working there is probably miserable. But yay. A company car. I guess? It happens. Consider it a lesson learned and move on. You'll find something soon. Best of luck to you. Sorry bruh. I'm in similar situation. I just finished my master's in information science, in networking and cybersecurity, and I'm applying everywhere. I live in Durham, North Carolina, where many tech companies are here and still can't get a job even for a smart high school student. Part of the issue is that I am an international student with a work authorization that permanents me to have only 3 months to get a job, or I should be going back to my country that I can't live in. Cold sweat smile. Edit. I can't go back to my country because of some political issues. Oh, you poor bastard. That was hard to read. I'm involved in hiring for our department, and that wouldn't even be a blip if a candidate did that. As long as they explained it. I know it's easy for me to say and tough for you to hear when you're unemployed. But you dodged a bullet. Do not kick yourself about this one. All the best to you. If it makes you feel better. I literally broke my spine at a job interview last year. But seriously, it sounds like you dodged a bullet here. A callback that fast? Either the interviewer has way too much time on their hands or they're really desperate. Maybe both. Either way, no good. Nobody but yourself to blame. I actually did this once in a face-to-face interview. I assumed I was toast. They called me back for a second interview, at which I was out of my mind on cold medication. Somehow still got hired over some other people. Job was a nightmare and I was let go after a month for reasons still not clear to me. What a roller coaster. I dunno. Before an interview it is not hard to remember what the company name is and what they do if you are prepared. If someone I interviewed said the wrong company name, I'd assume they didn't care enough to prepare for it. It is an overreaction for them to end the interview right away, but this should be something easily avoidable. Wow, sounds like you were about to go to work for some real but hurt man children. While I would consider it a small yellow flag, it would not be a deal breaker. Most people understand what today's economy is like. You have to apply for 50 jobs to get that one. Ideal callback. Sounds like you dodged a bullet. So you spent all weekend preparing for it, but couldn't get the company name right? Thinking face.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.